The Viltrumites are one of the most powerful species in the Invincible universe, stronger than almost any other race, nearly immortal, and ruthless conquerors. But for all their strength, Conquest unknowingly exposed their biggest weakness: loneliness. Think about it. Every Viltrumite who found love, who built meaningful relationships, turned against their own kind. Nolan betrayed the Empire, Mark rejected their ideals, and Thaedus became their greatest enemy. And in the end, their emotions, something the Viltrumites see as a weakness, became their greatest downfall. The Viltrumite Empire was built on strength, brutality, and the belief that only the strong survive. They wiped out the weak and forced civilizations into submission. But, for all their power, they failed to understand one thing: connection. The moment a Viltrumite found something more meaningful than conquest, something that made them care about others, their loyalty wavered. Nolan fell in love with Debbie. Mark grew up with human values. Even Thaedus, one of the original Viltrumites, turned against his own people because he realized the truth: conquering alone leads to nothing. And Conquest? He never realized this weakness. And that's what makes his story so interesting. Unlike Nolan or Mark, Conquest is the perfect Viltrumite. He embodies everything they stand for. He has no hesitation, no second thoughts. He believes in absolute strength and the Empire's rule. He never forms attachments or relationships. Conquest never doubted his mission, never wavered in his beliefs, and never cared about anything except battle. He is what Viltrumites should be. But here's the twist: his mindset is exactly what makes him weaker. Viltrumites pride themselves on being unstoppable, but over and over, the ones who connected with others, the ones who cared, ended up rebelling. Nolan Grayson, Omni-Man, sent to conquer Earth, but fell in love with Debbie. That love made him question everything, leading to his betrayal of the Empire. Mark Grayson, Invincible, raised with human values, Mark refused to follow the Viltrumite way. His love for his mother, Eve, and even his friends made him fight against their rule. Thaedus, one of the earliest Viltrumites, he realized that endless conquest was meaningless. His compassion made him defect and start the coalition of planets, becoming their biggest enemy. Each of these characters proves a simple truth: when a Viltrumite experiences love, their loyalty crumbles. Conquest never formed attachments. He never stopped to question his orders. He never cared about anything except the thrill of battle. That's why he was one of the strongest Viltrumites, but also why he never evolved. Nolan, Mark, and Thaedus grew stronger because of their emotions. Their love gave them something to fight for beyond just survival. Conquest, on the other hand, only fought for himself and the Empire. And what happened? He lost to Mark. Nolan found redemption. Mark became one of the greatest warriors in the universe. Thaedus built an alliance strong enough to stand against the Viltrumites. And Conquest? He fell in battle against Mark, proving that raw strength alone isn't enough. The Viltrumites believed emotions were a weakness, but they were wrong. The real weakness was isolation. Conquest thought he was invincible because he had no attachments, but in the end, that's exactly why he lost. While Mark and the others had people to fight for, Conquest had nothing beyond his own strength. And if history in Invincible proves anything, it's that strength alone is never enough.